Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay guys, this is going to be a get ready with me chit chat life update video because I actually have somewhere to go. So I decided I'm gonna get ready and also tell you guys. So the first thing is in the summer of 2021 I got a summer job, and this job was really I thought I was going to be able to do it because I got my stuff. Well, not so much, just my like tripod, and did I get my ring light? Yeah, I had my ring light too. So I thought that I was going to be able to do it. I said I'm going to make this happen. My face is already moisturized and I'm just putting my foundation. I'm not going to put any primer. I'm just going in straight with my foundation, and I'm using the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color Warm Deep Golden W10. Deep Golden W10. So yeah, so I went for this summer job. I was working with kids. I was a camp, I forgot to cover my brows. I was a camp counselor. Okay, so it was we were waking up at like 5 a.m. Not like we're waking up at like 4:30, 5 a.m. to get there really early, like 6, not exaggerating. And it was almost like we were almost not allowed to use our phones. It was a crime. Like, we didn't want our boss David Black to walk by and see you holding your phone. So, and also you're dealing with kids, so you have to pay attention. So it was a lot. Long story short, I went for that job. I'm going to try not to make this video too long. I went for that job and I thought I was going to be able to do both, and I couldn't. And I'm also realizing that I'm someone I like to multitask, like I'm doing right now. I'm getting ready, recording this video, blah blah blah. Like certain things I like to multitask, like when I'm folding my clothes, I want to watch a sermon, or when I'm taking a walk, I want to listen to a sermon, or just certain things, like when I'm doing my hair, I want to watch a movie. Certain things like that, I like to multitask. Like folding my clothes, for example, I almost feel like I should be doing another thing. I tend to do multiple things, chores. I tend to do multiple chores at the same time, but certain things that require a lot of mental energy, I am really bad at it. So that was the first thing. The second thing was I came back and it was time for me to to go back to what the YouTube thingy. And I'm sorry if this is your first time on this channel or ever seeing me. My name is Melody and I film about faith, beauty, and lifestyle. My goal and my life's purpose really is to bring healing and to bring sweetness into people's lives through different ways. Okay, but my goal is that whatever I'm doing, whatever, makeup, teaching, talking, inspiring, my goal is that it brings healing and that it brings, it uplifts you and pushes you to where or who God wants you to be. So yeah, so I'm sorry I haven't done this in a while, so it's just going to be an organic video. So I got back and I decided I was gonna start, but when I tell you that starting felt like a great task. I told my friend that it felt like I was trying to lift up rocks, like I was trying to pick up a rock. It was so hard, and then so many excuses, like so many reasons why I didn't want to start, like just so many reasons why I shouldn't start came up. So for example, like, oh, I need a camera because I use my phone and I'm still using my phone, but I'm like, I'm not gonna allow all those excuses. Oh, I need a camera. Oh, I need a laptop. Oh, this and that, just different excuses. But it was hard. Oh my god. And then I was like, then the third thing, another thing is I'm really bad. I really suck at like I suck at like sharing my stuff, or like saying, oh, go and come and buy my this, or like advertising or putting myself out there. I really suck at it, you know. So I was like, anyways, I'm not even great at like telling people to, you know, watch my thing. So, you know, just so many excuses, so many things. But that was also another thing that, you know, kind of hindered me from starting. I don't have this, I don't have that. Then when I just thought about how hard it is, you know, like how hard YouTube is, like just the work that goes into YouTube. And my friend was asking me, one of my friends asked me, like, we're talking about it, and I was just saying, God, YouTube is so hard. And he said to me, I think it's easy. And that really hit me hard. Like he was like, nothing is easy. Like there's not even things that you enjoy. And this was last year, you know, this was last year. But he said nothing is easy. But yeah, what else? Why else didn't I come back? Honestly, it was just, I don't like to say, oh guys, I put up a new video, please watch it. And I just had all this excuse, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I need this, editing, kiniko, you know. I don't like anything that will stress my brain, that was, you know. And YouTube is not easy. Like, it's not moi. It's a lot of work. I could tell you that for free. So yeah, but I'm really grateful for my friends, Nina especially. Nina would go to her friends' houses. Shout out to Nina. Nina will go and see her friends, like in Lagos or wherever, and she will be showing them my videos. She will open the TV and play, like the smart TV, and be playing my videos. I'm just like, why are you embarrassing me? Like, don't show them my video, you know, show them something else. But she does that, and then she just, like, when she can't sleep, she'll randomly just play my video and watch it, you know. So that really was always asking me, Melo, how far with your YouTube? And then my cousins, blessing, I told her, oh, my phone, Kiniko, she said it was actually really good. Like, you know, the videos were actually really good. And sometimes we are looking for perfection, and you know, when we are so stuck on doing things perfectly, we never get to be able to, you know, to achieve anything, because we're so stuck on perfection. My brows might not be perfect because I'm talking. My multitasking not reach this area. But yeah, that's just majorly it. I'm just grateful for all the people that always ask me. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, so many people checked on me, or I got so many messages and blah blah blah. But it was mostly just my friends and my family. You know, it was mostly just Nina, Blessing, and Favor, to be honest, and Hafiz. And a few other people actually asked me. Suti asked me too. Suti asked me all the time. So yeah. Sorry. I think my brows some of it, it's kind of hard. But I'll do this and then I'll come back. I'm using my CoverGirl bronzer to add depth and warmth to my cheekbones. This is Laura Mercier. I have a dark Laura Mercier. I'm putting it under here. And then I already put my Sacha Buttercup under my eyes, but I'm gonna go again with my Huda Beauty. It's light. I'm gonna put it in the outer corners of my eye. Okay, I'm back now. So I'm just gonna, I've concealed under my eyes, like I've concealed under my eyes. I'm just using loose powder just to set that in. Excuse me. The weather is really cold today. Anyways, life update, guys. Life update. So what have I been up to? I graduated last year from grad school. When I tell you that God has been so good, like it's unbelievable. Yeah, last year I graduated, but then it came with a lot of anxiety and a lot of, I wasn't very anxious. I wouldn't say like I was very anxious, but then I was worried, if that makes any sense. But like I was I had days when I was sad and I was apprehensive, I was sad and I was apprehensive just because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like I needed a job, okay, like quickly, and I just needed to move forward. Honestly, I just wanted to move forward. I just felt stagnant. I graduated, that was good, but then I was also, I had a lot of uncertainty just because, international students, you hear people's stories, they tell you how I know stories of people right there with me in Lynchburg, people who graduated and had to, return home because they couldn't find any job to do after graduating. What I'm doing right now, I'm using a blending color. I'm using warm earth tone colors to in my crease. This is a blending color, so that anxiety and like and then just so many other small problems that at the time look really big. You're just like, how can I come out of this? But then God always just shows you that like my auntie will always say, things are not always as they seem. Like when you're going through a problem, it looks so big, at that time, and even no matter how hard you try to tell yourself that this thing is not that much of a big deal, you just can't help but feel like, oh my God, this is a big deal. That happened. I didn't have a job. I was applying to jobs, and no job was getting back to me. Like nobody was getting back to me, and I just didn't understand it. Like why? Nobody was getting back to me, and I just kept praying. I prayed, I danced, I fasted, not just for the job, even just to be in the perfect will of God, just for God to just be in the will of God. And there were days when I'll just, the devil would just tell me, you're not going to amount to anything, don't even, so there was all that fear, like and even last year, beginning of 2021, like I had moments where I would look at this person and look at that person and be like, see where this person is, like see what they are achieving, see the number of staff they have, see their business, like see this, see that, look at this, look at that. God really helped me to focus on myself, to focus on where I am and what He's done for me, and all that He has made available for me, and where I am in life. That was a thing. Like I was just like, oh my God, I'm just not moving at the pace that I want to move at. And then my uncle died at the end of last year. I lost my uncle, and I just remember things going down for me. Like from that weekend when my uncle died, I just remember feeling really how am I emotional? Oof. Okay, this was not the plan. But I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm crying. Anyways, I just remember, things just being okay. Anyways, my uncle died and I was just really down the end of the last year. But God came through for me. God came through for me in that he gave me this job. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I had no idea this was going to happen. I don't understand me myself. Just emotional for no reason. Okay, it's not for no reason. Like, yeah, there's certain people that okay, I'm not going to talk about this. Long story short, God came through for me. God gave me this job. I applied to so many jobs. The testimony of this job, the testimony is a testimony. It's the testimony because I had graduated in May, but then my degree had not yet been conferred because I was still taking a course, my last course, not a course, English. Anyways, so I did the last course and the way I got the job, make I talk for broken English. They call me, I no interview, they just give me the job. My degree had not even conferred. I'm not really sure how it's done. I guess when you just say you have a master's, because when I think about it, my other jobs, like when I worked in Nigeria, I just on my resume I just had my bachelor's degree. So nobody says, oh, I bring a transcript or anything. Just saying on your resume, people just believe that you graduated from where you said you graduated. But for some reason, sometimes I get my that's why your mind is so powerful, because in my mind I'm thinking, well, I have to graduate first before I get the job. You know what I mean? And also, to be honest, it's not that straightforward in America, especially as an international student, because even though I couldn't actually apply for the job, could I? Yeah, I was actually applying for the jobs, but then at the same time too, I also needed to get the work authorization from the International Student Center. I got the authorization from the ISA, which was also a testimony. I got the work authorization. Actually, not from the ISC, from Homeland Security, not from ISC. I got authorization from Homeland Security. And then I applied for jobs, and it seemed like nobody was none of them were going to respond favorably or whatever. But then I got this job and I moved. Long story short, I got a job. I am so grateful for this job. Like, I work in a treatment center, in like a rehab, in a substance abuse treatment center, and I am a case manager. I am working my way to being a counselor. So there's actually a difference. At first I thought I'm under the counseling department, but I'm not licensed under the state to be a counselor yet. So I am a case manager, but they need counselors, and my boss wants me to. He told me even on Friday. He tells me all the time. But I'm so grateful for my job. I love my job. It fills me up. Yeah. So I really like my boss. I pray for him. He's an old man. He's not old. Okay, he's not old, but he's an elderly man. I pray for him. I think about him and all that stuff. Very, very, very interesting. And my colleagues are interesting. Listen, guys, I promise I'm going to tell you the rest of the story, but I gotta go. There's going to be a part 2 to this video, and my memory keeps, I have to keep deleting and restarting my phone. But how do I move? So I'm back, and as I was saying, I love my job. I'm so grateful for it. It fills me up. There are hard days because you're dealing with people who are emotionally unstable from drug and alcohol use, and just with all kinds of mental illnesses, from trauma and all of those things. And so it has hard days, but then it also has it also comes with so much insight, so much wisdom, so much so much experience, so much of a humbling experience. It's very humbling. It humbles me. It humbles me a lot. Something that I was telling my boss last week was that I struggle with the fact that I feel like, so most of the people who are there, like most of the staff, my boss used to be an addict. He says he's a recovering addict. That's how they introduce themselves. My boss has been sober for 40 years plus, and many other people, the other staff, they've all been, they were once there maybe like 30 years ago and everything. So I just feel like, do I need to make up stories, to fit in, like to make them feel like I know what they're talking about? Because yes, I'm listening. Yes, I understand what you're saying. But then there's certain people who want to say like, oh, well, you don't really know what I've been through. You don't really know what I'm talking about. Like, you don't really know what it means, like what it feels like or what it's like to grow up in the hood, to grow up in the slums, to see someone being shot or to be in a crossfire, gunshot exchange, whatever. But my boss said to me, he said something along the lines of, you're actually better suited to help them than me. He said something along those lines, that you're actually better suited to help them than me. He said, because I remember these specific words. He said, because you live life on life's terms. Hey, shabalabaya. Say, because you live life on life's terms. So you teach them how to live life on life's terms.